Hey guys, it's Elliot here, aka Penchu or Penchu, whatever you know me as. I'm here to just do a quick run through of my games that took me to Ace finally, and really showcase the spice that I was running this tournament, which was an Alolan Sandshrew. Crazy, I know, right? I'll get a little more into my the methodology to the madness in a minute, but want to draw attention first of all to the fact that yes, I have a mustache. Nobody knows what I look like, but please refrain from making mean comments about me. What started off as a joke in quarantine has quickly become something that is quite literally growing on me, and is a source of friction between my wife and I. I'm joking, it's going on her too. Not like that. Anyway. Christ, do I start this again? That was dreadful. No, we're just gonna roll with it. But yeah, as you can see, like, I don't know, I'm a complete quarantine mess at the moment. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump straight into the games. Hopefully everything should go swimmingly. I'm got very budget setup. But anyway, so I lead Hypno into Linoon, which isn't great for me. So I insta swap into Celio because I've been really enjoying Celio as a safe switch. And knowing that if he does run his Toxicroak, then I've got the Hypno for it. Here I shield because I'm like, okay, I don't really know how much Grass Knot does to a Celio, but one of the amazing things about Celio is just how quickly it can get out these body slams. Okay, so now he decides to swap into Hypno. I'm not sure why he didn't instantly swap, but we can see he takes the oh wow, and then I get to another body slam. So he's going to have to shield here. And then I'm going to come in with the Hypno, and we've all seen how Hypno performs. But yeah, basically, Alolan Sandshrew. So basically, I'm always on the lookout for spice, and I saw that Alolan Sandshrew beats Frostlass. And I was like, that's interesting. I kind of need something on my team that beats Frostlass. And then I just kind of like started with Alolan Sandshrew in a PV poke team, and then worked my way backwards. So here you can see I get to the Night Slash. See what my opponent opts to do. Opts to get carried by it because he's already used both of his shields. And then we're just in a mirror, and I probably would have been better to go straight Blizzard, but I was kind of fishing for the boost. At this point I was pretty confident that I had the round. So I get another little Night Slash off on the Sneasel. That's great. And what have I got in the back? I've still got my Hypno with loaded energy and the Thunder Punch. So that's great. That takes game number 1 of round number 1. Incredible. So, oh, got a Sinnoh Stone. Very nice. Didn't need more of them. This is a 7-rounder, and oh my goodness me, did it take up my entire evening. Cool, so what do I decide to do here? Surely I don't change your team, having just won with it. Probably. A little bit of deliberation. Opting to swap out the Alolan Sandshrew for the Wigglytuff. That seemed to work, which is great. Right here, I'm happy to let the Wiggly die. Well, not die, but like I'm happy to leave the Wiggly in this matchup, because even if I lose, I guess I shouldn't have shielded that actually. So right here, I'm gonna let him kill my my Wiggly, hoping that he now thinks that he needs to kill this in order to protect his Toxicroak in the back, even though I have the Hypno lined up ready to come in next. God, the pressure of being on a webcam is horrible. I've also got some lo-fi chill hip-hop playing in the background. Okay, cool. I come in, Powder Snow down. Like I said, Celio is a monster. And then, oh, there we go. So I don't think he knew that like I'd have something for his two things for his Toxicroak basically. So when he comes into swaps onto my Celio, I'm just like, nope, just going to pull in the Hypno, and we all know how Confusion hits Toxic Oak. So that's game 1 and 2 done. I think I'm just going to move on to the second round, otherwise this whole thing is going to be a massive, massive slog. But for those of you here to see the Alolan Sandshrew, you'll be pleased to know that I actually use it quite a lot. So, round number 2 is against Stonecollection. Let me bring up his team. How do I do that? Oh, bing bang bong, there it is. Okay, cool, so this is against Stonecollection. So Stonecollection is an elite, so already I was kind of intimidated. And we'll see. Fuck it, let's lead Alolan Sandshrew against the elite trainer. Perfect, win the lead matchup. As I said, one of Sandslash's greatest merits is the fact that it beats Frostlass. He takes it, I get the boost. So, Sandshrew actually wins in the no shields. And in the 1 shields. It can tank a Shadow Ball, but I opted to shield it. And I get another Night Slash off. So that's great. I have 1 switch advantage only using 1 shield, and he's come in with a Scun Tank, which is really good. The poison jabs aren't doing anything because they're resisted. I can take a crunch. I think I was trying to bait here, maybe make him think that I had a Gyro Ball or something. It worked. Then he swapped off onto the Azu. Little bit of a fumble there. That wasn't like anything but my fault. And here I think is an error. I should have shielded the Hydro Pump. Anyway, up we go. Lovely over tapping. We've all been fond of that this month. Hit the Thunder Punch. Can I get to the other one? No, I can't. So I think I have to pop the shield here. Yeah, very last minute. And what does my opponent opt to do? Not shield and then swap in. He is swapping all over the joint. And I'm like, neither of these things are great. I come in with the Sandshrew with energy. Trying to Night Slash, obviously. Don't get it off. But it wouldn't have mattered anyway. I feel like, you know, we're in such a mindset of like switch advantage, and they switch so I switch, and it's very kind of like you move, I move, they move, kind of. That's the way that most people play. But this guy just seemed to swap whenever the hell he felt like it, and it clearly worked really well. So I'm like, okay. I caught his Frostlass in the lead last game with a Sandshrew. Let's doubt myself and not run Sandshrew in the lead. Classic Penshu decision making here. Uh-oh, there's neighbours knocking. Or they're doing something in their garden. Bollocks, I lose the lead. I insta-swap into my Celio, because Celio is my little safe switch. Then he swaps into the Azu, and one of the sole reasons I have Celio on my team is to beat Azu, because there are certain situations in which it beats Azu. The body slams just absolutely rack up. So here it goes, and I know his moveset, like, I've seen that he has a Play Rough and a Hydro Pump, so really I should have shielded that Play Rough, I think. Then I think I go on to make another mistake. So there's a Body Slam, doesn't get a shield out of him, and here I'm just like, no, let's let the Celio die. And then I come in to try and farm down with the Munchlax. Interesting decision. He comes in with his Scun Tank. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go straight Body Slams for the time being. Really, I could have gone for the Bulldoze there, but I think he's good enough to know. So I'm just like, no, I'm just going to keep firing straight Body Slams, put as much pressure on those shields as I can. Shield Crunch. This is like part of the power of my team, is that I was running double Body Slammer with Munchlax and Celio, and if they don't have a fighter, that's when I would just pressure and pressure and pressure their shields with like constant body slams. So here I swap into the Hypno. Where's my webcam? Who knows? Okay, get to the Thunder Punch. He shields. Now what's happening? Goodness me. Hey, I beat the Elite. Sorry, I actually thought that I lost game 1 and 2. So that was kind of a surprise. So here I'm like, he's not going to lead Frostlass for a 3rd game in a row, is he? Let's find out. Where's my little Sandshrew when I need him, really? Triple leads Frostlass, damn. I yet again lose, this time say swapping into the Munchlax so that the Lick can rack up. He swatches? He swaps into a Noctowl. I am not entirely sure how this matchup goes off the top of my head. I believe Noctowl wins. But the body slams, they do just rack up. Got the stab damage from the body slam for the little Munchlax. Can I get to another body slam before he hits the sky attack? I can. That's great. I'm happy to let this die after this, I think. Yep. Perfect. Let it die, Elliot. Oh man, hindsight. I wonder what I was thinking. Maybe I can lick it down? No. Okay, I guess I really want to preserve switch advantage. Just stay away from that Frostlass. Okay, so he comes in with his Scum Tank, and I'm like, okay. Alright. Kept my Noctowl away from the Frostlass. Great play. We know he's got Sludge Bomb. Is it going to be a Sludge Bomb? No, it's a Crunch. Hit the Sky Attack. Impressive. Hit the Bubbles. So he's got 2 shields. It just isn't looking good for me, is it? So I think here, oh my god, yeah. So he had loaded energy on the Frostlass. That was really, and what I just felt then was exactly what I felt in the game. Like watching it back now, I lost track, and in the game I lost track as well of my energy. It was surprisingly close, considering he didn't use 2 shields. I think what my plan was, and what would have worked. I mean, it didn't work, so it wouldn't have worked. But what my plan was to let me just get up the next game. What my plan was to hit a Psychic, pray for the defense drop, hope I can confusion it down. But yeah, so lost round 2 to Stonecollection. It's always nice losing to elites because at least I'm supposed to, you know. Anyway, so going into game 3, this is against Icecool696. He's a good friend of mine from Brighton called Ollie. Nice dude. Ollie is like our Spice King. Ollie will just run whatever the hell he wants every game, and it's incredible. Starmies, you know. So Ollie and I often run the same things. Ollie's run Omanites when I've run Omanites in the past. So I'm keen to show off my Sandshrew. So I get all the way to the Blizzard and throw out the Night Slash, and he doesn't shield it. I'm like, okay, no worries. I will shield this in case it's a Flamethrower. It's not, it's a Crunch. I get to the Blizzard and he swaps. And I'm like, wow, what a great swap. But he doesn't shield it on the Clefable and it does so much damage. Then, the little Sandshrew that could, resisting the charms, gets to Night Slash. Night Slash wouldn't have killed, but it pulls the shield anyway. Then I get to another Night Slash. Clefable just so slow on those charms. Then yet another thing that resists, that little Sandshrew resists. Hit the Night Slash, does a bit of damage. Can I get to another Night Slash? Hell yeah, I can. This is what I mean about Sandshrew. Like, when it works, it really does work. The problem is that it's 1284 CP, but I've said this before, and I know it sounds stupid, but like, if it was better, it would be better. Like, if it had a higher stat product and it got to around 1400 CP or 1450, or even like, you know, magic Sableye numbers like 14, whatever it is, 80, then he'd have been really powerful in this cup, because his resistances are amazing, his move coverage works really well, the chance to boost, the spamminess. He's just an amazing Pokemon with the nuke as well. I'm in it again with the body spam, as they say. And then I just come in to farm down with the full health Celio. So it later transpires that Ollie is running Thunder Punch Focus Blast on his Hypno. Like I said, Master of Spice is Ollie, so I am unaware of that and very much scared. I lead Sandshrew again, he leads Guntang. Very happy with this matchup. The poison jabs are doing so little damage. Incredible. Going all the way past the Night Slash yet again. What am I opting for this time? I'm shielding in case it's a flamethrower. It's a sludge bomb. Now I know the moves. Interesting that you threw the sludge bomb. It wouldn't have done any damage. Definitely should have gone crunch. What did I just throw? Night Slash, yeah. Night Slash bait. Oh, there's a little blizzard. What's Ollie got in the back for me? A Hypno. Oh no. And these Night Slashes, they chip away. They don't do much. Considering it's a super effective damage move, not doing much, but you just get to them so quickly. And if one of them boosts, oof, you'll actually see later a clip of it boosting. It's amazing. Oh, into the Abominous Node. It's the first time I'm seeing this, obviously. Fuck it. I'm just going to keep throwing Night Slashes. The little shrew that could. I swap into the Munchlax. And at this point, I just want to keep this Abominous Node away from my Celio, as it will take neutral from the Powder Snow, but the Razor Leaf would really chunk me down. Ollie comes back in with the Hypno, and at this point, it's pretty much GG. Like I said, I'm gonna skip game freeze when they're not, when they don't affect the outcome of the round. But what I will say is that Ollie finessed me in round 3, and I ran the exact same line of 3. I really wanted to get some more practice in with the Sandshrew, so I ran the exact same line of 3. And in game 3, Ollie absolutely finessed me. He swapped and caught a Night Slash on a Clefable, and yeah, just played me to a Kipper. Sorry that you'll never get to see it, but take my word for it, he played really well. Right, so we are going into round number 4 against old faithful Dragonsilk, aka Mango, aka Coach, aka I PayPal him $50 Canadian a month for him to give me coaching tips like, hey, you shouldn't run Alolan Sandshrew, and I say, gonna do it, mate. So, Mango, another elite. I thought that I won this lead matchup. I was pretty happy to be in this lead matchup. I think I didn't shield the right things, but we'll see how it goes. So, Monsieur Mango. Already been hit by 2 body slams. Opting not to shield. Celio isn't as tanky as he looks, but is, you know, fairly bloody tanky. Getting to another body slam. Bing bang body slam. Opting to let the Celio go. That's why you didn't win, because you didn't shield. Then coming in with the Sandshrew for the farm down. Crazy plays. He comes in with the Azu. Not great. I swap into Munchlax. This game is not looking great. Wiggly is like so strong. It just really is. I'm running a Wiggly, but I've run Wiggly in cups before, but I just never know how to run it properly. I never know how to like use it properly. Here I opt to shield. Christ knows why. And then in comes the Sandshrew. Now this is a dire matchup. If I had Gyro Ball, maybe I'd have won. We don't know. Mango doesn't shield, which is great. I think my only win condition here would have been like double boost Blizzard. But even that wouldn't have killed. Mango not shielding again. Mango don't give a fuck. Mango doesn't even shield the Blizzard. And at this point, I felt like Mango was styling on me. I thought that he was just going to the Hydro Pump just to be like, this is what I... Look at my poor little Sandshrew. Just to be like, this is what I think of your Sandshrew. Bleh. You know, but actually, what I failed to realise in the moment was that he was hiding his second move against me. Big brain. There's always something you can be thinking about during these games, which I don't. I throw caution to the wind and lead the Alolan Sandshrew. And I think the great thing about this cup, compared to other cups that I've taken part in, like my Kingdom run with an Alolan Dugtrio that I swept, is that I didn't use the Dugtrio in that tournament. He just bench pressured. Whereas I am using this Alolan Sandshrew with debatable success. Mango clearly having an existential crisis over the fact that there's an Alolan Sandshrew on my team. Great! Is this a 1 lead, you ask? Well, it would be if I'd baited properly. I thought Mango would know that I love a bait, but Mango read me like the Kama Sutra and fucked me. When I threw out the Blizzard, I knew that I wouldn't be able to get to a second Blizzard before the charms got me down, so I'm like, okay, I gotta get out of here. I get to the Body Slam, Mango counts me like an abacus, takes the Body Slam on the bloody Frostlass. I'm like, I'm just gonna throw out this, it'll get stabbed. Not resisted as much as Body Slam, I don't think. Nope, does a bit more damage. Great news for me. Mango then decides, fuck, actually, better throw something. I come in with Sandshrew with the Night Flash. Babadabuchi. Ooh, almost. Ooh, yeah, I wonder if he had the energy to actually throw something then, but then kind of got a bit confused. Swapping into the Munchlax to avoid the Wiggly on my Sandshrew. How many shields have we got here? 1 shield apiece. Throwing out the Body Slams, and I'm not sure if I've said this in a video before, not that I've made many, but one of my theories with Pokemon Go PvP tournaments is that Pokemon with spammy moves are better, and that's because they give your opponents more options to make mistakes. For example, when you're throwing out 6 Body Slams or 3 Thunder Punches from a Hypno, then actually there's going to be times when they shield a Body Slam but they actually didn't need to, and that's how you can win. I felt that way about Shiftry in a recent cup, and that's the kind of mentality or the kind of the theory crafting that went into the double Body Slam team, because you can see I'm not running any poison. Game 3 we aren't going to watch because, my own words, if they don't matter, then we're skipping past them for the sake of your time and sanity. Spoiler alert, Mango had Fire Punch on his Hypno, and for some reason I instinctively shielded it, but no other reason. That's the true spice. That's the true spice, everybody. Fire Punch Hypno. Fire Punch, Thunder Punch Hypno. Because it gets the Bronzong, it gets the Ice Pokemon, and it gets Sandshrew. Okay, so cool. So going into game number round 5, game number 1 and 2. Is that the right one? It sure is. Let's get rid of Mango's name and get up Blaziken Fan Z. So we had a little bit of an issue in this game, which you will see. Let's get into it. It's regarding simultaneous KOing. We did a lot of extensive testing because I was a tournament admin on this game, tournament, in Brighton. So when the issue happened, I spoke to myself, Wandering Maisie, Sir Corey, and Nezabethan, and we tried to work out what on earth had happened. Anyway, round 1, I'm pretty happy with a Hypno into a Clefable mirror. I believe that Hypno wins. Even in the 1 shields, as we can see, just about clinches it. Perfect. Do I have the energy to throw out a Thunder Punch? I do. I throw it at a Bronzong. But that's perfect, because we're going to come in with the little Sandshrew that could. Oh, and this is the beautiful, this is the when it works moment, you know. Hit the Night Slash, obviously wasn't expecting it. Gonna shield its Bulldoze because Bulldoze would absolutely maim us. Hit another Night Slash, got the boost, that was the thing that I forgot to mention. Got the boost on the first one. What happens? Get the boost on the second one, sorry. Babadabuchi, Mamma Mia. Here we go again. Hit another Night Slash. Then he comes in with the Glalie. Oh my god, look at this little Sandshrew go. Obviously this is sped up, but you know, he's a speedy little boy. Oh, and then that Night Slash does over half the Glalie's health. Oh, CMP tied on that. Imagine if it just got entirely swept by Alolan Sandshrew. Crazy, man. Crazy times. Come in with the Celio, just to body slam it. Right, so we're going to get into the debate here, and I feel like this is worth keeping in just for anybody who, going forward, may run into these kind of problems. It's always worth stopping, not playing the next round, talking to your tournament advisors. They will be able to help you. Yes. Right. So, I think I just heard the tippy-tappy sounds of me searching for a Pokemon, so hopefully the audio isn't recorded. Otherwise, there'll just be two me's talking, getting angry about what's about to happen. So, in this matchup, I decide if he throws out the move, I'm going to shield it and then win switch advantage by farming it down with charms. We get through and it doesn't die. So in this mirror, it's supposed to be a simultaneous KO. And if you rewind the footage, you can see that I had a little whirring Pokeball as the last charm was going off and the damage didn't register. So I was a bit confused going into this, but we play out the round anyway. I make a great switch to catch an Avalanche on a Celio, but the fact that his Clefable pulled a shield of mine on that Hypno was enough for him to take this. Again, he swapped into Azu. Lots of people swapping into Azu into the Celio, when in fact Celio actually has a really good matchup into that Pokemon. So, spoiler alert, this guy, Blaziken Fan Z, I know it's fans, but I'm calling him Fan Z, wins this round, and then we have a conversation about it, and we replay the round, which I will show you in a moment. Not sure where this Chill Hop's going. It's got a very Lion King vibe to it at the moment. Like it. He hits me with the Shadow Ball, almost kills me. I'm out, pretty much. Little boy, go. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I can, yeah. Anyway, it's over. So, I go to him and I say, hey, something weird happened. So we all look into it, we all try testing it with different Pokemon. We put it in PvPoke with our specific IVs, and it says on PvPoke should be a simultaneous KO. So we remake. Let me just skip ahead a little bit. Play it out exactly the same. And what happens? I win on 1 HP. Completely within his right too, considering the grounds of the rematch. Blaziken immediately leaves, and we replay one more time. So bing bang bong, let me skip forward a little bit. So what happens this time is the exact same thing, but we decide to play it out. I don't know whether there's desync going on, what's happening. A little bit confused, but I think for the best. What happens is I don't get to fire off the Dazzling Gleam, but he gets an extra bubble off. That extra bubble will prove to be quite annoying later. For some reason, the speed's gone back down, so let me just fix that a moment. Sorry about that. Playback. Speed. Faster? No. Playback. Speed. Faster. What are we on now? Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay, that looks about right. Get into the body slam again. Opting to let the Celio go. I come in with a Hypno and I'm like, great, I can farm this down. There we go. And so he hit the Ice Beam, or whatever this move is, Play Rough, because of the extra bubble that he got that KO'd my Wiggly, because it wasn't a simultaneous KO. If it was a simultaneous KO and we both come in and we both played it out like this, then the result would have actually been different, because he wouldn't have had the bubbles to hit that Play Rough, and it wouldn't have forced my shield, and then in the 2 shield Hypno would have beaten the Glalie, I believe. But we play it out anyway. Don't know what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that I can just confusion him down, but I can't. He Shadow Balls me, it's over. And at this point, the tournament's already been held up for like 20 minutes, so I just decided it would be best to play out game 3, which we see here. I lead Hypno into the Clefable, just like game 1. I'm really, really happy with this lead. Going a little bit over, and I over-farmed, I think, but hit the Shadow Ball, because the first time he didn't shield even though I got to the Shadow Ball. So I thought, maybe he'd let a Shadow Ball through. He doesn't. Hits the Meteor Mash. I get to the Thunder Punch. Doesn't shield. Then I get the KO, which is great. Comes in with a Lickitung, which I hadn't seen this whole time, and I'm like, oh god, wait, this thing has Vine Whip, doesn't it? Or Power Whip. I better carry on going with the charm. He Power Whips me, but then later decides to Body Slam me, which is really weird. I think that straight Body Slams would have been the better move. I'm not sure whether they lost him the game or not. Anyway, I go for the Play Rough. He shields, and then here I'm like, oh my god, can I farm this thing down? No. What do I choose to do? Let it go, come back in with whichever Pokemon I have lined up in the back, which is the boy Celio. And then I'm like, oh no, this isn't great. And I realise Glalie is just a shit Frostlass. It doesn't have Ghost typing, so actually straight Body Slams all the way are going to win me this match. So there's a bit of drama, a bit of contention, but fortunately managed to pull through on the last round. Big shout outs to Blaziken fans, because running the Lickitung in the deciding game is the kind of spice I like. Oh yikes. Anyway, so just about to get up to that final body slam. Have a shield fortunately for the avalanche. Interesting to know whether that avalanche would have killed me. I don't think it does. And then 1 HP, but a bit of overkill. Hit the body slam. Bing bang bong. Currently at this point I am 3-2. So let's give it a quick pause. We go get rid of this, and this guy his username is Vicar Carter. He didn't join our Discord. The gift he sent me was from Russia. He was level 34 with an unmaxed Azumarill, and he communicated not once to any of the people involved. It's a really, really strange game, actually, because their username was Mr. Safi, whatever that was. So his username didn't even match his Silph card. Really weird. Something odd going on there, but kept him in. I'm really, really happy with this lead matchup. He probably doesn't know about the Night Slash. Looking at his team, the only thing my little Sandshrew was scared of was the Toxicroak and the Azu. The rest it has fairly decent matchups into. And now when he swaps into the Skuntank, I'm like, great, this is another matchup I do okay in. Hit the Blizzard, but he blocks it. So now I think I'm going to go to the Night Slash and swap. Opting to shield, really, really valuing this Sableye, this Sandshrew, and I think it's because he's clearly shown that he's not got the Azu or the Toxicroak because he's not running them. So I try and make him think, oh yeah, I've got another Blizzard, but I don't. Get the second shield, and then I just come into Body Slam Celio. Body Slam my way through round 5. Hits me with the crunch, not enough. Little bit of over farm. Straight to the Body Slam. I think this was the right play. Aurora Beam would have killed it. Ah, that's perfect. Nice. Nice. Straight Body Slam. I don't even see what that Pokemon was. Onto the Hypno. Can I get to another one? Oof, CMP tied. That is absolutely fine. So, I imagine I'm going to come back in with the Sandshrew. Nope. Going to come back. Oh, right, yeah. So my my thoughts with this was whatever he's got in the back, I want to try and get to a Shadow Ball. So this is what I mean. Like, I double shielded my Sandshrew because I didn't think he'd have a Toxicroak, but he did. And then he just stopped attacking. This is a theme that pops up a couple of times during this tournamente. Not tournamente. During this this round against this opponent. Little bit of deliberation, and with this, I think he's gonna lead Toxicroak to catch my Sandshrew. So I'm gonna lead Noctowl, and then hopefully make him. Oh, beautiful, perfect. Yeah. So what I did was I was like, okay, I'm gonna lead the Noctowl, which he's not happy to be in, and then when he swaps, I'm gonna keep in, and then I'm gonna let the Noctowl die, so that he thinks that the thing walling his Toxicroak has gone, and he feels more safe. So I'll let this Thunder Punch through. It won't KO me because no stab, and Noctowl is just such a bloody Chinook. He shields, opting for the farm down. That's absolutely fine with me. I'm not going to show my own Hypno. I'm just going to come in with the Wiggly. Perfect. Don't even have to shield this. Interesting. So what I'm hoping for is that he comes back in with his Toxicroak in a minute, which he doesn't. So now I have to show my Hypno. And at this point I'm like, okay, I'm just going to double shield this. I'll be able to confusion it down, and then just the 2 confusions that I'll hit on the Toxicroak will be enough to take it. Shout out to, I'm not looking to make obviously any revenue on this video, so I don't know if these lo-fi hip-hop beats are copyrighted, but the YouTube channel is Chill Hop Music, and the video is Chill Hop Radio, jazzy and lo-fi hip-hop beats. Yeah, so I guess he came in the Toxicoke and got farmed down by Confusion. Game 3, the hilarious happens. Let me just skip ahead a little bit. Bing bang bong. I lead Hypno, he gives up. And then I'm just like the little Sandshrew that could. Bing bang bong. And so I'm like, oh, what's happened? I wonder if he's going to find a way to message me to complain about this, or say that he lagged or something. Why is he giving up? So I was just looking through the standings whilst powder snowing, and I saw, oh wow, someone's already reported a loss, and it was him. He'd reported the loss before even leaving the game. So strange, but que sera sera. So I am now 4-2. I'm very happy with myself, and going into the final round against bam 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 bam, I don't want to butcher his name, it is Profidella People. So going into round 7 against Profidella People, why stop now? Do I lead Alolan Sandshrew against a high-ranked ace trainer in the final round of my 7-round weighted local tournament? Hell yes I do, but I've got no fucking clue how this matchup goes. So I'm just gonna go for the Night Slash, see if I can get the attack rise early. That way the Powder Snows will be doing a little bit more damage. Here, I'm like, that wasn't enough time to get to a Bulldoze, and I resist those, so that's fine. So I'm just gonna keep on going up to the Night Slash and swap to the Wigglytuff. Interesting choice to swap to the Wigglytuff. I think it's because I saw how much damage I'd taken from Lick. Opting to throw the move. My opponent will shield this. And then we go for the farm down and have a simultaneous KO. Let's throw everything we knew about this game out the window. I'm like, what if he's got a Toxicoke? Hell yeah, he's got a Toxicoke. And the switch clock's up. God, my poor guy. Obviously, I know this is a Mud Bomb. Absolutely no need to shield it. Mud Bomb doing very little. Then he comes back in with the Munchlax, and then this is GG. I'm riding the Sandshrew high at this point. I'm just like, yeah, Thunder Punches all the way. Don't show off your second move, etc., etc. It'd be interesting to know, like, because I wasn't paying quite as much attention as I could have been. Is did I throw a Shadow Ball once this game? I can't quite remember, but honestly, in any other tournaments this month, if I'm running a similar lineup, I may just run Focus Blast because great. Game 1 of round 7. Now I'm like, okay, let's not run the Sandshrew. Sandshrew, you've done your bit. Let's run the good old Noctowl to try and do the same thing that I did to my last opponent. Catch the Toxicoke, make him think that the Noctowl is the Toxicoke answer, but then have the Hypno in the back to bring in once I let the Noctowl die. But we will see. That was the mentality. No, that was the game plan going in. You can see the layout. We've got the little, hang on, where am I pointing? Got the little me up here, and you got the things down here. Little Sorcerous Cup logo there, and then the game here. The background. I was looking for some Sorcerous styled backgrounds, and I couldn't find anything that looked cool, so I typed in anime background and found this. Yeah, so he leads the Munchlax again. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm happy with this. From playing a Munchlax earlier when the roles were reversed, I'm pretty sure I do okay into this matchup. So going straight Sky Attack, obviously. Oof, almost missed this bubble. Man, that swing back for that bubble, like that was me. Like, don't miss a bubble. Literally could mean the difference between you winning and losing this game. The next one, I missed the bubble, and he doesn't shield. But hey, I actually did that on purpose so that I could get 2 wing attacks in, 3 wing attacks, 3 wing attacks, so that I'd be closer for the next Pokemon. That's exactly what I was doing. Comes in with the Wiggly. I think I was deliberating between Sky Attack and Psychic then. He's obviously got his switch up, so if it did get the debuff, he could just swap off. Come in with my own Wigglytuff. And I'm just going to shield this and farm it down and then throw a Play Rough at whatever comes in next. Does he still have the Toxicroak in the back? We will find out. So here, he doesn't. He's got Skuntank. I'm going to hit the Play Rough, which would do a lot of damage despite only being neutral. He doesn't shield. I come in with the Hypno, and then it's just a case of... I don't think I shield this one, because I'm like, what better time to find out how much damage a Crunch does to a Hypno than in the last round of my weighted tournament. But I knew that he'd have to throw the next Crunch before trying to Poison Jab me down. So at this point I'm just like, oh, hell yeah, there we go. Shield it, Thunder Punch it. Oh my god, I finally did well in a weighted cup. Often it's, you know, I'm sure everybody feels like this, you know, you always weight the wrong one. But I was really Happy with my performance in this one, especially with my boy, the Sandshrew. That was the Sandshrew. Game 3, we're not going to see it. I think I get absolutely finessed. I think I lead the Sandshrew into the Croak, swap into the Hypno. No, swap into the Wiggly to try and keep it away from the Hypno, and the rest is history. Oh god, the little Sandshrew getting the beat down. He's still got 2 shields here. I'm not going to shield. We can farm down, but depending on what he's got in the back, it's just not going to matter. I'm never going to be able to get to enough Thunder Punches to get rid of this, and frankly, his Munchlax could just lick me down. Let me lick you down. That's the thing. So my team didn't have any fighters, so I guess he felt very safe running the Munchlax. Interesting that he didn't run Frostlass whilst other people felt like they needed Frostlass against me. The elite player did. But anyway, hey, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but thank you for sticking around and watching. Don't not asking for anything, mate. Just hope you enjoyed. Probably don't run Sandshrew when you're weighted. It's not a good thing. Sandslash is objectively better in most scenarios, but Sandshrew is cuter, so there's that. Thank you so much. Shout outs to Pokemon Go Brighton. Hey, find us on the Silph map. We're in the south of England. We're actually starting a cup soon, which is going to run, 2-day rounds rather than just all on one day, because of the way that the pandemic has affected us all. No, that's not the right word. Because of the way the pandemic has affected Pokemon Go, obviously you only have to be good friends to PvP battle somebody now, so literally sign up. Come play with us. It would be great to see you. Yeah, shout outs to Brighton, shout outs to the crew, shout out to the Deli Boys, shout out to Coach Mango, shout out to Chris Reed, shout out to Momo, shout out to Josh, shout out to everybody. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Alolan Sandshrew.